Here we are with the mass airflow sensor again, and the screws came out. It's a Torx bit. That's not very good. See, this one here had a cap on it or something, or somebody filled it with some epoxy, because I couldn't even get it. I thought it was a cap, but I couldn't even get it off with a razor. And here's what they look like. Came right out with this kit, handy kit. There's the bit. It's a screwdriver tip. I could also use a socket, wrench, and this handy extension. See, I thought I had this whole kit of screws and accessories with the toolbox that I bought, but I guess I didn't. There's evidently a separate kit that I was thinking about. Now this is the mass airflow sensor, and these are the wires that the air goes across. Now this one, let's see if I can get some light on the subject. This one, see it, how it's nice and shiny on this side? That's the back side of it. There's wires going across like a fuse. Don't want to break those wires. This side, it's the front side. See how dull it is? Trying to get some light on the subject. It's dull. Great. Shiny, the back side. The face side that the air flows across, very dull. And that's where the CRC mass airflow sensor cleaner comes in. Now I guess I've never used it, but I've heard good things about it. Saw the videos on it. Ford recommends it. Hold on a second and I'll get it going here. Keep out of the rain. One-handed operation. And yeah, like this. Really should have a cloth under it. I have a cloth. Shoot it across. Get my fingers out of the way. Really filthy. Good shots. Oh yeah, that's cleaning it right up. Now the other, if you were using it for the other kinds of cleaner, would leave a residue on it. And the mass airflow sensor cleaner, this is the only, ooh, it's cold like a electronic cleaner. Some good shots. Yeah, this is like just like electronic cleaner. Keep this stuff from falling. Angle on it. It's the right angle. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, all nice and clean. connector. See how it goes. It's a valve and tube. It travels from here this way, and it regulates how much air flows from the air filter, the intake for the air filter, up through and across the sensor. The sensor regulates how much air goes up the tube and into the air intake manifold area, which includes the throttle body. I did the throttle body the other day, cleaned that out. I didn't take it all the way apart because I didn't have the gaskets. But one other problem I did notice, might clean it up, is this controller on the throttle body. This controls the automatic adjustment on the throttle, on the valve. Now someone had taken this apart, and the clip that holds this into here is broken. So sometimes it'll rev up to 1500 RPMs, and I'll have to come out here and push it in manually. I have to get a new clip here because it needs to be snug on there, and I should probably take this apart and clean inside that also. I'm going to spray a little of this in there on the contacts. That will help clean the contacts, get a good connection. Ooh, $7, $8 a bottle. Oh, it's really breaking down pretty bad. That goes right in here into this connector. Oh, crap, that's not good. I'm gonna need a new connector, no doubt about that. Yeah. No doubt about that. Ah, come on. Yeah. The connector. Won't hurt to clean up some of these wires. Electronic cleaner. It's expensive stuff, so you don't want to waste it. I'm not even gonna mess with the relays right now. Okay, so, ooh, that's nice and clean, bright and shiny. So now we just take it. Be very, very careful with those contacts. Right back on there. Screws back in. Nothing like having the right tool for the job. And it's strange. I guess Ford and like Stihl chainsaw has Torx heads screws for their chainsaws. Have to have a special socket wrench for the field. It gets in there chainsaw. Now this one's still messed up. It has gunk in the head. You can get it down finger tight and tighten it up a little bit with the wrench, but it's not going to be perfectly tight. And that might be a cause also. You don't want a vacuum leak around here. I have to be careful and make sure this is all tight also. It's tight. Without tight as you can get it without breaking it. Well, it's more than finger tight. Connector's clean. Contact's clean. Connector back on. Check those wires are all okay. Wiring harness looks okay. Altimeter looks okay. Okay, well that's as much as I can do on the mass airflow sensor. And the idle adjustment, automatic idle adjustment. And I can't take off, what I would normally do is take off the negative battery terminal, isolate it, drain the positive to the negative cable without the battery connected. That would drain the memory in the chip that controls the idle adjustment. That way it would start learning again all on its own from scratch. When this gets cleaned out, it has to learn over again how to shut the valve and how to open it by itself, and sometimes that takes longer if you don't erase the memory. So now I'm just waiting to get the transmission fixed. Stop raining a little bit more and I'll get under the car. Still need these screws that hold on the cowling for the air intake. So that was a pretty simple job. Probably cost you $50 at least, $50 to $100 at the store. CRC. Mass airflow sensor cleaner, proven to gain 4 to 10 more horsepower at the wheel. Well, no doubt about that. And $15 set of bits at the auto parts store. Cleans up the airflow sensor, and hopefully we won't need a new airflow sensor. It idles a bit rough. Sometimes you get a false idle. I believe is from that. And also the rough idle, I get the serious vacuum leak way down behind underneath the air intake manifold, which I'll have to take completely off. It's another $20 for the gaskets, upper and lower set, and then you have the valve stem seats. While you have the air intake manifold off, you want to replace. There's 6 little valve stem seats, 3 on each side. You have to pry the old ones up. They're kind of a hard plastic. Pry the old ones up, bang the new ones down with the socket.